Hello guys and welcome to the Mental Health Show. My name is Gikonyo and this is Showtime TV. We are here with the Kiambati Foundation and today we are going to talk about the power of a vision. What is your vision and how is it influencing your life? So today we are going to find out, and on my left we have one member of the Kiambati Foundation who is going to introduce himself, and then you are going to have the other member of the Kiambati Foundation introducing themselves. And start on my left. Karibu sana.
Hello, good evening. Good evening. So this is Joe Kiambati, the founder of the CEO Kiambati Foundation, and we are here to talk about the power of vision.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Karibu sana Joe.
Good evening. My name is Charles Mathenge, part of Kiambati Foundation. We are here to talk about the power of a vision. And I am excited to be here, and thank you for having me.
Okay, karibu sana. So generally today we have said that you're talking about the power of a vision, and maybe Joe, you can start by explaining to us what a vision is. Maybe somebody doesn't understand what a vision is. Maybe you can elaborate for us.
Okay, when you talk about the power of a vision, or generally what a vision is, it is simply the ability to direct individual accomplishment. We all have accomplishment in our lives that we are required to accomplish. So when a vision is that ability, direct ability towards your individual accomplishment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So we know that we have types of visions. So maybe before you even go to the types of visions, maybe somebody you can explain to us what do we mean about the power of a vision? What power is there in having a vision?
Thank you so much, Washera, for that question. I would start by saying that having a vision is very much powerful, because it gives you what we call purpose in life. Because most of us in this life, they don't know what they ask themselves, why are we here? Yeah, there's that question that we ask ourselves, that why are we here? But we are supposed to know that why we are here. We are supposed to create that thing, that answer, through the formulation of a vision that we would like to accomplish. It's like a destiny we have. You know, we say that life is a journey. So the destination, yeah, you see, where you would like to get, or where you want to go in life, you see, that mental image, that mental picture, or nowadays we can say that that mental movie that you have for your life. Yeah. You see, where you want to see your life in maybe 5 or 10 years. Yeah, we can say in the future. Okay. Yeah, that's very important.
All right.
Yeah.
So generally, how we normally see our lives in future, does it really influence our behavior now? So for example, if I have a vision, does it really influence how I'm going to behave now, positively and negatively? Maybe you can elaborate on that.
Yeah. And before I respond to your question, when you talk about the power of a vision, we have some few attributes about the power of a vision. One is that the power of a vision breaks negativity. When a person has a vision, you know, vision is something that you every day, in the morning, evening, you keep looking. I want to be like that. I want to have this. So it breaks the power of negativity. In the morning when you go to work, you know, there are some challenges we meet during the work time. So negativity. Yeah. So you'll always be positive with your work, because you know you have a vision and you have to accomplish. Still, it breaks the power of fear. Yeah. If today you had a vision to be maybe a journalist, if you had fear, you could fear even kutokea kwa watu mbele, but it breaks the power of fear. So you are courageous, you are brave, and you can face the audience, and that is you are aiming at your vision. Okay. Your question was about how it affects behaviors. Yeah. I'll be with the students. Most students wanasemanga they want to be engineers, they want to be lawyers. They mention those huge careers. So their behavior, maybe the behavior of a doctor, let's say a university or a college student, he has a vision to be a doctor. The vision there is a behavior that comes. Yeah. When you are a doctor, there is that curiosity. I want to know, how do doctors stay, how do doctors behave, how do doctors dress. Yeah, there is that behavior, a positive behavior, and still it can even influence negatively. Yeah, for example, in negative way, there are, the people who call destiny killers. Yeah, so there are many destiny killers in the journey of vision. Yeah. So it's vision, it's affected, or it affects one's behaviors, positively and negatively. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of negative influence of vision, what happens, for example, I'll say like in the next like 10 years I want to be I want to be working with BBC and all that. What if it doesn't come true? Is it going to really affect me, or is there a space, can you have two visions? But for example, if my vision doesn't come true, and then do I have room to have another vision, or does it really like continue the same vision?
Okay, Washera, I think having a vision is not a place. Rather, I would say that a vision is a state. Okay, it's a state of becoming. You see, let's say you have a vision of one day becoming a very famous journalist. Yeah, so it's not about the BBC or the CNN. It's about you. You see, you maybe, who knows, even God can allow you to become a very famous journalist when you are doing your works independently. So I would rather say that it's about your state of becoming that thing rather than a specific place. You see? I would also add on the point that the most important thing about having a vision is that, one, it creates value. You see, you live by standards because you are already seeing mentally where you want to go. So there are those values that you develop because you cannot behave in a way whereby the person or where you aspire to be is they don't behave like that. So it also, you see, having a vision inspires someone. You get motivated because you see, you know where you are going. So a vision is very important. And in fact, I have a quote by someone known by Helen Keller, whereby she says that the only worst thing other than being blind is having sight but no vision.
So, okay.
To add on that, when affecting the effect negatively, by the way, personally, I wanted and my vision was to be a lawyer. But my clusters did not allow me to. So I did not give up in life, and now I'm becoming an engineer. But I did not become a lawyer I wanted to be. Did it mean that I am so desperate in life? No. Uwezi that chenye ulikuwa unataka kuwa hujakuwa. So you must create everything to be the best version of yourself. So I want to urge people, never give up. We have other fields that maybe you can even do best in. So just try it out.
Okay. So before we even go to, we're still on the how we need to understand what vision is all about. So I'm going to give an instance. For example, my vision was to become something in future, and then probably my environmental factors, or maybe my life, maybe marriage has changed, has kind of like not really taken away what I wanted to be, but then, for example, maybe my husband had his vision, so I'm forced to fit in his vision. So how can you help somebody? How am I going to achieve my vision if I'm like tied around this vision of my husband, or probably my relative, somebody we have been tied to? You understand what I'm asking? Okay.
Let me say this. Kila mtu, he has his or her own vision. The vision of your partner should not stop you from aiming at what you are looking to. So move out. You are in that relationship, but move out and do exploits. Move out there. lakini you should unajua kuna ile inakujanga like there is kuna ile kuombana, but try to understand each other. Let's say today I'm in a marriage, then my vision is to become an engineer, then my wife anataka kuwa a doctor, so but I want him to stick akae mali niko to stay that as queen. I want him vitu za engineering afanye. By the way, I met a lady somewhere, he is doing a medical course, and during our talking stage alikuwa ananiambia that he can't date someone who is doing a course that is not in his his circle.
The husband or the wife? The
husband. Okay, she's a lady. So alikuwa nasema I can't date someone who is not doing anything concerning medicine. So tunajipatanga at some point we are stuck in other people's vision, dreams. So move out, explore your dream and work your vision. Na wewe mwenye you are trying to maybe kusema I want you to stick in this, be understanding, as in ukue understanding. Kila mtu akona vision yake, so wacha mtu afanye vision yake venye what they want, as long as at the end of the day wanaleta something on the table.
Sure.
So my perspective on that, I would try to think we have something that we call a shared vision. Maybe in a let's say a scenario of a family. Let's say the man has a vision and the woman has a vision. So both of you are visionary. So you can share your visions together and probably see, Kiambati, how maybe we can align our efforts to go to this shared vision. Because you see now you cannot just separate ways because this one has a different vision, this one, because the purpose of the vision is always to the betterment of something in the future. So I'd like to say that you see with the shared vision we are creating unity in families, in communities, even in churches, and even in the country. You can see even, for example, this thing that had brought almost how many countries together? How do we call this? It was COP27 this year for the environmental one. So you see they have a vision about the environment, and whereby countries are coming together, you see. So that's a part of a shared vision where we want to go even as a continent or even as a country.
Okay.
Actually support. But in a family, okay. In a family, you are saying about maybe your husband is restricting you from your vision.
Not okay. Not really like restricting, but you let me just use the microphone. Like take for example, maybe I wanted to become a doctor. Before you meet your spouse, you obviously have your own life. There's something that you want to achieve by the time you are a certain age. Then you meet your wife and probably she wants to become a doctor, she wants to open up a hospital, you wanted to open up a foundation. So you find that her vision is working better than yours and probably haven't gotten a room to explore yours because probably be like so occupied in it. So you find that you have to fit in this dream of hers because it's working out for both of you. So when will you ever have the time to achieve yours? Yes, that's my question. But anyway, that's a question for another day. Maybe couples out there should understand each other and of course have understanding partners. Then on my question, I was asking about types of visions. So there are types of visions, I understand.
So we have different types of visions. Let's begin with something we all need to have. A personal vision. Where are you going personally as a person? Maybe you want I was looking at it in this way. Health wise, let's say someone who wants to build muscles, Yeah. You have a vision of building, bodybuilding.
Yes.
So you see, you have to take initiative about that vision and do what is necessary so that you get there. For example, you might you might be going to gym, yeah, and maybe probably working out. Apart from personal visions, you also have business visions. Where you want your business to get, how much profit do you want to make?
Yeah.
You see, we also have community visions, whereby as a community, let's say living in a particular area, and you have realized there is a problem in that area. Yeah, probably there is no where women go to fetch water. They go at a very far distance.
Yeah.
And then you come up with a vision as that community. How do we solve this problem? Okay. So I would also look at it in terms of education, in terms of educational vision for those in the learning process.
Yeah.
You see? Those who are in school, you may have a vision whereby you want to go until the highest level of education. Okay? You want to gain a PhD. Yeah. And not the PhD of perhaps a degree.
Yeah, sure.
You know? So there are many types of visions. My friend Kiambati will continue with the others, but for me, those I think are important. I'm not saying the others are not important, but I would like people to focus on such types of visions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you continue, before I pass over the microphone, we've talked about personal vision, about having this kind of body and stuff. Do you have like absurd kind of visions that you find people like would tell you that my vision is probably like I want to like be big and have muscles? Yeah. Do you like consider such kind of visions absurd or senseless? They're like senseless kind of visions, or is it like personally mtu venye anataka? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I look at myself. Okay, there are people they want to be bodybuilders every day, morning, evening, they're in gym.
Not only about bodybuilding.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, there are visions, but we have main visions, and we have minor visions. We have major and minor visions.
Okay.
Yeah, minor visions ni zile like that for bodybuilding. You want to maybe in 2 years you want to the tummy. Yeah, you want to slim the tummy. You want to at least have a huge body, and those are the minor visions. But you have major visions.
Okay.
Major visions is like career visions, education, business. You talked about, okay, let me continue with business visions. Like people have ideas. Ideas grow to visions. A small idea cultivated well grows to a vision. Maybe you want to open a hardware, like we have a Rose hardware here. You want to grow from a small hardware to a huge hardware. So that's a business vision. We have a career vision. You want to maybe be an expert, maybe in medical field, or in law field, engineering field. Yeah, those are some of the career visions. And by the way, I do advise people, if you want to be maybe a lawyer, if you want to be a journalist, have a mentor who is in the same field. By the way, many people say, I have a mentor. Okay, his vision is to become a journalist. You have a mentor.
Yeah.
What's the career of your mentor? He's a doctor. You want to be a journalist. They don't align. So have a mentor who is in the field, because the challenges in the field, the tips in the field. He or she knows everything. Yeah. Then we have environmental visions, and by the way, I always support environmental visions, because personally I'm an environmental conservatist. The World's Wetlands Day. Have visions of how we can protect our wetlands. Maybe planting baboons, because baboons do well in wetlands. Plant trees. There are those crops that can be planted in wetlands, and we have a name of protecting the wetlands. So that's an environmental vision. I think, Those are the visions. I said kuna major na kuna minor.
Yeah. I have a question about major and minor visions. Does it go with age? Because you'll find that somebody who's like 20 years old will probably have that kind of a vision of, you know what, I want to grow a big butt and have a flat tummy and, you know, probably look like this, yeah, in future. But you find somebody who is 30 years old will have a more mature vision. Does it really go with age, or you can find somebody who is like 20 who is having a big vision? Does age actually influence a visionary?
Thank you, Washera. I would tend to think that you know, in our age we are saying that age is a number. So in a number in a number of things we are considering age just as a numerical figure. But I would like to put it that it should not be a limit. Age should not limit your vision. Because let's say in terms of the minor vision, those are basically personal visions, you see. You want to buy a new shoe, you want a shirt that looks a certain cloth, you see. Yeah, but when we go on the parts of the major visions, yeah, the vision where you want your life to go, you see, age should not restrict you.
Okay.
Yeah, even if you are 20, whether you are 40, whether you are 60, because look at this person who started KFC. Yeah, you know, the guy started the company when he was already 60.
Yeah.
What if he said that I've already retired?
Yeah.
And you know,
It's never too late.
it's never too late, yeah. And either you're not too young for a vision or too old to accomplish your vision. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm thinking there it's mostly when exposure will also come in, because somebody who is more exposed will have a major vision, because exposure also, like, you know, you see so many things, and so you'll be able to come up with so many visions. All right. So my other question is, how can I be a positive visionary? How can I be that positive one instead of that negative one? And of course you have to consider the overthinkers. Same here. So how can I be a positive dreamer?
Okay, I would think that being positive would come by the size, what's propelling your vision. You see, you don't just have a vision because others have visions. You know what is fueling that vision. Maybe you want to get into the medical industry because there is a certain disease that maybe probably, like I had one of my friends who had one of his parents was diagnosed with cancer, and at that very young age, you see, he got that motivation to work to be someone who would, what do we call these people who cure cancer? Are they all doctors too? Yeah, it came up that deep within him, he wanted to be a doctor. But you see, the motivation behind that is because in his young age, he saw how the parent was suffering from this disease. And right now, he is in the field and he is doing very well. Yeah, you see. So that is one thing. Yeah, and the creation of you see that having a vision will help you make decisions.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because now you have a sense of direction. You'll be able to know these are distractions. These are, you'll be able to lay a plan, a path where you can. You see, you'll go. You'll walk through. So it will help you in decision making. You'll avoid so much distractions, and you'll be focused. To achieve that vision.
Okay. Then I'm also assuming even the right company will help you be a positive thinker. I mean, a positive dreamer. If you're working with people with positive visions, you'll also be like, "Hi, kwani mimi naotaga nini, by the way? Let me." Yeah. So we find that in the sometimes I read so many quotes about employment and being self-employed, and I'm told that we hear that employment, like for example, I'm working with the government in teaching. So how how am I living someone else's dream? Can I achieve my dream through employment, or I have to do my own thing? Am I really living someone else's dream, like being employed? Does it really mean that I am not visionary because I'm a teacher and I'm employed by the government, and I'm not having a vision in my employment, that I have to be self-employed so that I stop living in the government's dream? You get what I'm asking? Okay.
So when you talk about how you can, whether you can achieve your vision employed by the government.
Yeah, I'm asking. For example, living someone else's dream. For example, if you're working for somebody and maybe it's not in line with what you, maybe one day, like for example, like I'm working for Showtime TV and I'm working as a journalist, so it is in line with my vision, with one day maybe I'll just separate myself and maybe start my own company, so it is in line with what I am doing. But if I'm working like as a doctor, can I really have a vision inside that employment, or am I living someone else's dream?
So one thing I want to tell you, I said it's not a must you achieve your vision.
Okay.
Some things, okay, there are some circumstances zinafanyanga we change our directives for our visions. Maybe I said I wanted to become a lawyer, but I didn't become a lawyer. I'm not in engineering.
Okay.
Does it mean that siwezi kuwa a lawyer? Yeah, for now I can't be a lawyer because there is no any school that is taking law below 80. Yeah, as in law below cluster point of 87. So what I could say is that our mind is flexible. So you can change your directive and move to another field that maybe you can act more well and you can do good. So don't usijijali that I'm maybe in someone's. By the way, let me tell you, being employed by the government, it's not si lazima. By the way, nowadays being employed by the government si kitu ya muhimu, but back years in the past years kuajiriwa na serikali was the yeah. But now kuna self-employment. Unaweza kuwa na hiyo vision, maybe you have the minor visions, maybe unataka kuwa, or even major visions, unataka kufungua duka ya mtumba, like the think twice. Hiyo hitaji uajiriwe na government, you can employ yourself. And by the in a vision we have steps in a vision. Unajua many young people wako na vision, maybe like wanataka kuwa musician kama vuvu wanataka kuwa musician vuvu, so wanataka waingie studio leo, waandike mistari leo, waende studio leo, wa record ngoma leo, ipost YouTube leo, na iblow ifike 1M views leo na apate do leo. So vision is a step.
It's a step. One step at a time.
We usually say that you should trust the process. But we forget to respect the process.
We get lost.
You cannot trust someone you don't respect. So you must respect the process first, then trust the process. So I think I've answered your question.
That's okay. That's okay. So maybe you can tell us the characteristics of a good vision, right?
So I would start by saying that one of the most important or crucial aspect of a good vision is the values which comes with the vision, because you have to come up with a vision that impacts positively to the society. It's not just about you, it's even the people around you. Okay. Another thing is that it should be inspiring, such that it should not just be something that maybe you have a vision to have it should be big. It's not about having a snack tomorrow morning. You want to eat pizza tomorrow morning and you say, I have a vision for tomorrow to eat pizza. So it should be something that even gives you butterflies. For example, I have 5 years since I graduated from university, and I have never been employed by anyone. So what I do is that I try to teach my mind Yeah, because I just when I was growing up and my parents were asking me, what do you want to become when you grow up? And I would say, I want to be in the field of business. Yeah, you want to be a CEO, but a CEO of what? Yeah, okay. You get into the outside world with your papers. Yeah, you have your strategic management degree, but no one can employ you as their CEO when you just come out from the university. So what do? You try to come up with your own things which you can do. Okay. Yeah, so I would say that a vision should inspire you. Yeah. And the third thing is that you should try to be original. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, don't do things because people are doing. You see, people are starting a podcast. You are just there starting, even you don't. It's not even part of your passion. Sure. Yeah. You should be very strategic in your decision making, because that's the path to getting to your vision. Yeah. Yeah. I would also say that a good vision should be characterized by focus. Because you must be focused to get because so many people outside here have visions. Yeah. But what differentiates one who gets there and the other who doesn't? Yeah. One is focus. And it's focus in terms even in actions. Because it's not enough just to have a vision. Yeah. You must execute your plans. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have to go for those things because it will not just follow like manna from heaven. Yeah, so you must be very motivated. It must inspire you. It must create those values, how you impact the society, and you must be very original. Yeah, don't do things because people are doing. Yeah.
Okay, actually you mentioned something that has posed another question. Are there people with no vision? Like somebody is just, if you ask them, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? They'll be like, I don't know, I'm just living the life. Is it like an actual problem or is it just fine?
Okay. Your question, if there is a group that hainanga vision, yeah, we have a huge group. They don't have the self-direction about their life. One is the company that they work with. Yes. By the way, you can find a guy with 19 years, but his mindset, his thinking, his actions resembles maybe a person of around 30 years. Why? Because that person, the people when you wanatembea nao, they are people who have sense. Sense. Na pia you can find mtu wako 30 years, but the way of actions, mindset yake resembles 17 from 3 student ama mtoto. So vision inalinganaga pia, having a vision watu natembea na wao. Yeah. If you are working with someone who don't have a vision, how will you have a vision? No. If kama ana vision atakwambia tupende pige mashere. I'm not in anything. I'm not against sherehe, but mnatembea na msana kwambia si twende hivi, wewe unaenda tu.
Ulipata 100k mazele watu unalala dia.
Yeah, very true. Unaona unatembea na msee as in hana vision. So unaenda utakuwa na vision aje kama unaenda na direction yake. Sure. Yeah. So if you have a very huge number who don't know their visions, and from this show they should know the importance and the power. Of course. Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So that's where influence comes in, environmental factors, exposure, what you read, what you listen to, because it's also very important. What you see, what you listen to is also very, very important. So I think you've answered the next question I wanted to ask about the hitches, the things that can make your vision not come true. Or can you add something else that maybe could prevent you from achieving your dream? I mean, your vision. Does it actually even change? Yeah. Do you get at some point you're like, oh my God, when you're growing up, everybody wanted to be a pilot or a doctor or a lawyer. I don't know if Kamali point form 4 unasema I think tu nitakuwa tu DJ tu. What are some of these things that would make your vision change at some point?
One of those things, Ashera, that can make you not get to your vision is when your vision is not vivid. Yeah. You don't have a clear vision. You even don't know where you are going. You are just saying, I have a vision for the sake of saying you have a vision. But it's not clear. So you have to have a very clear vision of where you want to be. Yeah? Have the details. Yeah. If you want to be a doctor, which type of a doctor? You are not just becoming a.
Mention something. Please be realistic with your vision, with your dreams. You cannot say that is you a form 4 and you're saying that you want to become a doctor na kila kitu ni e. But ukiangalia kwa field, maybe uko footballer mzuri ama you sing so well. I mean, just let's be realistic with our vision. Ama what do you say? Continue kindly.
Because you have reminded me that I read somewhere that you see the problem that we usually have, I'm generalizing, we as many of the people that even are watching, is not that we aim too high and fail. But the problem is that we aim too little and get there.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a problem. It's not that we aim too high and never get there, but we aim too little and we end up. Still there. So
So balance.
Yeah, you must balance. You must have a vision should give you butterflies. I am repeating that because. To grow out of your comfort zone, you must accept to be uncomfortable.
Yes, exactly.
Get comfortable being uncomfortable, so that you can get out of your comfort zone. Another thing I would add, why we don't get to our visions, is that we tend to have no way of making decisions. Because. I don't know whether it's because we don't include people in our visions. We do not communicate our visions to people that they do not get to understand us. Maybe in the scenario of a marriage, you have to include your partner in your vision. Because if you go individually to that, you are trying to get your vision. Remember, here you have a family. They are still part of you. So you need to include them in your vision so that you get there, so that he or she will not be against it because he or she is thinking otherwise about it. So I think it should be very clear. You should include people. And probably I would also add that you should be strategic about visions. Because you need to align the vision you have. You are supposed to align it with your long-term goals. Because if you have a vision to be a celeb in the music career, and your goal is to be, let's say, a lawyer. Nowadays, I'm seeing people doing it, but there are careers you see that can't match. You see, there are those things that you can see you are doing this thing, you are working towards this thing, and your vision is there on the other side. There's a French proverb that says "Nyugubiri wezi pika nini moja." It's a French. One must man. So you are supposed to be strategic in order to attain your vision.
Okay, so the people will be like, when I watch like America's Got Talent, and there's this 14-year-old is there saying that, they're singing so well. And when did you realize you can sing? I remember I was like 2 years old when I started singing. You're like, okay, this person, when they were 2 years old, they knew exactly what they wanted to be. So does it actually come with experience, or you can actually be born knowing exactly what you want to be? Like nikifika like 4 years old nilikuwa najua mimi mazee lazima nitakuwa pianist too. Does it come with is it inborn, or does it grow with exposure? Having a vision
is both inborn and exposure, because there are some people who are born as footballers, basically inborn, they are footballers, and still we have people like us, we learn through exposure. So we have people who learn and people who are born. Let me add on something. He said hindrance of achieving. One, I can talk about religious built to hospitals.
Yeah, this is tapakwa mafuta.
Yeah. So like you're in that religion and you say you want to be a doctor. How will you be a doctor and your religion is against things to do with medical? So another thing I can talk is that we have financial challenges. Yes. Because we have people who are always aimed at maybe become, but they maybe a medicine course currently in the University of Nairobi is taking almost 677,000. So unaona 677,000 just to be a doctor. So unaona ai manze isiwezi. So it will hinder you from achieving your vision. The other thing I talk is about government. But the government is playing a major role in hindering many young people to attain their vision. Maybe you want to be a journalist, and or maybe let's use geospatial engineers. But the government say maybe there are no projects towards maybe at a geospatial things to do with geospatial civil. There are no projects. So there is young person ako hapo anataka I want to be the best civil engineer. But what is the government doing? There are no projects. So how there will be no exposure to what unajua. As long as you have a vision, you need exposure outside to know what does civil engineer include. Kama hakuna barabara zinajengwa, we never get exposed to what is going out. Thank you.
Oh, that's a well answered. Thank you so much for that. And it's important to know that a vision makes you grow, so it is good to have one, and of course a positive one, and of course observe what we have discussed today. So as we wind up the show, because I think my director is telling me that time is almost up, but I think we've exhausted almost everything we needed to discuss. Probably can have parting shots from the members.
Okay, as my parting shot, I would like to emphasize the need and the importance of having a vision. And I would like to look in the aspect of having something we call a vision board. When you have a vision, you should have it's a tool. It's a tool whereby, a physical tool whereby you can have a board, you can have images, some words written there representing your visions, some affirmations where you want to get, whereby it will be reminding you of where you're supposed to get. So it's important to have a vision board. And I would also like to add that having a vision is not enough. Execution of your plans to get there is also of very vital significance.
True.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Maybe I can add on something. As we dream to a vision, there are two things that kills vision. One, not deciding on a realistic vision. We have just talked about that. The other thing is achievable. How or which percentage are you sure that the vision that you have will be achievable? Consider that you have mentors, you are financially stable. How, which percentage are you sure that your vision will come to an accomplishment? So realistic and achievable. Yep.
Thank you. Then of course we have some other factors such as drug abuse can also influence your vision, because you could be probably like you want to be a doctor, then you turn out to be an alcoholic and using marijuana and all. So also these topics that you've been talking about in our mental health show, drug abuse, self-esteem and everything, these are some of the things that can also hinder you from achieving your dreams and your vision. So if you haven't watched this episode, make sure you catch us on Showtime TV Nyeri pale hivi social media. Make sure you subscribe, share to as many people as possible, and please watch our episodes because they are very, very educative. Thank you so much Kiambati Foundation for joining us today. Today's topic was very, very powerful. Our director Jeff Jonte, thank you so much for documenting this. I will see you on the next one. I've been your host Washira Gikonyo. I'll see you on the next mental health show. Subscribe and share to as many people as possible, and take care of yourselves. Thank you.